What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 11. I can actually do this now this time. 11 of the Death Mountain podcast. First up, one second. Winco Foods, still not a sponsor, but we support them.
Oh, yeah.
We like them. I brought this for us. I don't know if you knew this, but whatever. Rubbermaid. I don't have a casual way of doing this, so I guess.
I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just letting him do it.
Oh. This is not good. This is going. There's way too. This is not good.
If this is supposed to be our intro, this is by far the worst intro we've ever done. We can't just stop.
Man, look at that.
I had no
Dude, look at
say.
that sour skill.
All I heard is that there was Skittles.
Sour. Sweet. Shows we enjoy those here. Courtesy of Winco Foods. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
I'm gonna choke and die on these trying to do a podcast, which probably our viewers would probably appreciate. But especially after that intro. They probably want nothing to do with this channel.
They probably already exited.
Probably. Well, for those of you who did not quit on that terrible, terrible introduction of Skittles and the Death Mountain podcast,
that I had nothing to do with.
We are here today to talk to you a little bit more about some processors that we had talked to you about in previous weeks.
Many previous weeks.
That's
so,
true.
we had Computex 2017. I believe it started Monday of last week.
Skittle.
And there they had like the big three companies, Intel, AMD, NVIDIA. Intel and AMD are the ones that have the processors, and a bunch of other companies too. But the main news here is that they brought out the big guns. AMD basically just announced that they, the same stuff they had before. We'll get into that in a little bit. But Intel went full on. They've eliminated all the rumors. And they announced their entire, not just the i9, but the i7 and the i5 Intel Core X. So that's what they're calling it. They're still sticking with like the i7s and the i5s and the X series, which is enthusiast. But now they have the i9, which is basically starts at 10 cores and goes up. So in previous rumors we saw, it went up to 12 cores, and AMD had up to 16. But now, Intel just had to one-up AMD and go to 18. They don't even have specified speeds yet. I'm pretty sure they just did all this.
I'm excited to see
just to respond to AMD. I don't think those even are going to come out at once.
AMD says 16. They're like, we don't even know what this thing will clock in at, but we're going to say it can do 18, and then we'll tell you what it can do later on down the road.
Yeah,
it's called the i9 7980XE.
Yeah, they just tacked that on at the very end. They're just like, we need something to respond with.
The X Extreme, I don't know.
Extreme Edition.
Yeah, what's up? It's 18 cores, 36 threads. Threadripper was using
16 and 32 threads.
32 threads, which is going to be the equivalent of the i9 7960X.
Yes, it is.
One step below the XE of the Intel Core i9 line.
Yep. So a couple more facts, if you guys don't know yet, is that Intel did respond to AMD again. They lowered their prices as well. So take this into consideration. The 8-core that AMD was like, we have half the price of Intel's 8-core for better performance. So now, the 7820X is their 8-core. And they reduced the price $400 down to $599 for their 8-core this generation.
$599.
And their 10-core, which was $1,700, has been reduced to $1,000.
And they're all still using that 2066 socket.
Actually, that's a new socket. These are all.
That's right.
These are all
that's
the
right. I'm
I'm
thinking of the one from the computer that I just did.
That's 1150.
That's the 1150. Yep. Never mind.
These are all
wrong.
These are all the enthusiast class Intel processors. We're good.
Oh no! I saw that and I was like, that's what I've got. We're good.
No,
I wish I had that.
Nope. But so we got. And we also have some interesting stuff at the bottom of the barrel. This is something we usually don't see on the enthusiast Intel lineup. We got i5 7640X, which is basically just higher clocked. This is actually based on the Kaby Lake architecture.
It's still a quad core.
So the 2 quad cores, are actually based on Kaby Lake X.
Correct.
Whereas the rest is the last generation.
And the i5 is going to have the 4 threads, whereas the i7 is going to have the 8 threads.
So it's a lot like the mainstream ones, but again on the enthusiast platform and with a little bit higher clocks. So it's still gonna be the king of single-threaded performance.
And I love how just recently, like when we first found out about the AMD stuff, we're like, I wonder if Intel even released anything to compete with 16 threads. And now we're looking at a picture that shows 18 threads. Or no, not 18 threads. 18 cores, 36 threads.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, okay. Intel came back with a vengeance.
It's funny because now we're gonna see like if you go into Task Manager and it shows like all the every single thread shows up as a CPU. So now it's just gonna show 36 little boxes.
Yeah, we're gonna have it's looking like a $2,000.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Processor for the 18.
These are all confirmed Intel processors.
Oh, that's actually confirmed. That's right.
This is an Intel spreadsheet.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting.
So,
we're looking at what was the cost on that Threadripper. We're looking at.
We actually don't have a cost yet.
An official cost.
We have some news that just came recently that there's actually some leaks
regarding some
that
of the costs for
estimating about $850 for the entry level 16-core processor. So we could be seeing like $1,000 top tier one. So yeah, comparing the Intel details we got here to the Threadripper stuff, if they have a 16 core, even if it's like lower clocked and stuff, for $1,000, that's $700 less than the Intel equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
Still that much cheaper. Even if Intel stuck to their pricing, that would have been like over $1,000 difference. But yeah, so we got that.
So now they're able. I'm curious to see how well they're still going to be able to sell just based on the name Intel.
Yeah, exactly.
There's still so many people that think Intel and think Supreme.
Well, I looked at the comments section actually on some of these articles.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were like, you pay for quality, you pay for Intel and NVIDIA.
Well, that's what people always say about Apple. You pay for the quality of Apple. You pay however much money for that. What are the fancy metal those things are built out of? Like you say, you build it for the quality, you buy it for the quality of the lifeline.
Exactly.
I don't know if $900 more is
considering
worth the quality, but
I looked at like Newegg reviews and stuff, and like the Newegg reviews, I usually estimate sales on Newegg reviews.
Yes.
And the Intel parts, like from Broadwell E, which was the last generation, the 8-core, which was $1,000, it was out a lot longer than like the Ryzen parts, and it's like 1/10 the reviews of all the rest of the AMD parts. People are buying those AMD 8 cores since the price difference is so big. And if Threadripper can have the flagship Threadripper be less than $1,000 or at $1,000, depending on if the higher clocked one is, that could still have a dent.
Well, it makes sense because think about the cost you save on it. Because there was also a tweet that went out that sort of discussed that the Ryzen Threadripper CPUs they don't cost much to actually make.
Yeah.
They were talking about how the cost of the 16 core and the 32 thread chip is only really about $110 to $120 to make.
Mm-hmm.
And so that the packaging, the testing, all that kind of stuff is where some more cost and stuff like that actually comes from. I'm curious to see how much it actually costs for Intel to make these new guys that cost $2,000. See how much they're actually profiting off of that. Because I think that AMD is not wanting to take as much of a profit, potentially.
They want to
just to
get
their name back out there onto the market, get more followers, more everything like
exactly.
that. Because the people that still like AMD, there's people that will like use AMD FX strictly because that was all AMD.
Yeah.
And they were like diehard AMD fans.
As much as I love AMD, I couldn't do FX.
Yeah, and there you go. And there's so many people that would just be like, I need AMD because it's so good. So they have a fan base. And now they're starting to actually like cater to those guys a little more.
Exactly.
It's super cool.
And one more very, very important detail that's been overlooked a lot. So basically there's cache and PCI Express lanes, some specifications that aren't seen that often. But on the Intel side, for the ones that are reported, it's looking like maybe their top tier one, the 18 core, based on the other ones. The 7900X, which is a 10 core, has 13.75 megs of L3 cache. So if we bring that up, that'd be like about 20 plus megabytes of L3 cache. AMD Threadripper, 40 megs of cache on what sounds like all of Threadripper chips. That's a lot of cash. I don't think you need that much, but it's there. But more importantly, which is very important to enthusiast people, which is why they buy like these enthusiast class processors sometimes. All the Intel parts, even though it doesn't show it on this chart, but pretty much just confirmed
for the new guys
by Intel. 44 PCI Express lanes on 10 core and above, and 28 for the other ones, and 16 for Kaby Lake E, which is the 4-core ones. But Threadripper, 64. That's a lot of PCI. You don't even have to bottleneck anything, because with like the 16 PCI Express lanes on like mainstream processors, you basically are able to run like 1 or 2 graphics cards at half speed with PCI Express if you do 2. Like if you plug in certain drives, it might disable certain lanes and stuff. It's all, everything has to balance. With the Intel platform, enthusiast class, they always had a lot more lanes, so you didn't have to worry about that. But there still could just be a little bit more, and AMD beat them. 64 PCI Express lanes.
Yeah, I think that
that could put enthusiast over the edge, even though the Intel part has 2 more cores and 4 more threads. Is going to cost maybe $1,000 more.
I don't think it's worth it. In my opinion, I think that people, once they actually start like getting these more in the market and they start getting used more, I think people are going to start ignoring that 2-core and then the extra 4 threads, I want to say.
Yeah.
I think people are going to start ignoring that and starting to actually look at the other factors of the processor and actually just saying this is that much cheaper, and it's here in every other factor and here in the core and thread count.
Exactly.
That's just one count that you look at the most commonly. So if you're beating them in that, whatever. But
and this is enthusiast platform. Remember, these are people that like build the top.
And they know their stuff.
They're paying over $1,000 for processors.
$2,000 for a processor.
Yep, confirmed.
Yeah, so they know what they're doing. They know their stuff.
Yep.
I truly think that we're going to start seeing a lot more enthusiasts, and obviously they probably build Intel and AMD builds. Let's be real.
Oh yeah,
if they've got the money for a $2,000 processor, they've got more than one computer out there. But I think we're going to start seeing a lot more AMD guided stuff hitting the market a lot more now, especially for even people that aren't enthusiast lines. This is proof alone that if they're already just taking shots at Intel on the enthusiast line, that we've already talked about how well they're taking advantage of the main consumer line. I think AMD is making the right moves now. I think they're doing very, very good.
You know what's kind of interesting before we move on that I want to point out is kind of funny. NVIDIA actually announced that their battle boxes, which is like a shipped box with like it's like an NVIDIA looking case, and it has like the NVIDIA GeForce graphics. But they used to always be like an advocate of Intel. Like all their build guides are like, hey, here's an Intel processor, here's NVIDIA graphics, all this stuff. Now they're actually saying Intel or AMD Threadripper is going to be present in their battle boxes. So they're like, so now you get the choice of 2 different platforms. And coming from NVIDIA, that's pretty cool.
Considering they like pretty much have been bundled with Intel for I don't know how long now.
Yeah, for a good reason. So, that's about all we have on the Korean War at this point.
Pretty much. At this point, who knows what's going to happen next, but I'm excited to find out.
The last thing we will find out is probably pricing. So.
And, oh gosh, I can't wait. So we'll let you know, literally first thing we find out, you'll know. Speaking of the very first thing we found out, we just got some information regarding the
Nintendo Switch Online Service, as they called it in the presentation.
Yes.
But now they're just calling it Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah, exactly. Or their logo online.
And I just closed their window. All right.
And I like that their logo is literally just the Switch logo that just says online next to it.
Oh yeah.
Like, logo Nintendo Switch, logo online.
I mean, what else should it be? Like Xbox Live is just Xbox Live with the Xbox logo.
That's true.
I mean, PSN has a pretty cool logo.
Yeah, PSN's is awesome. With the plus logo and it's all gold and fancy like, make you feel good. Makes the man feel good.
Exactly, they actually changed there.
But yeah, it's coming in 2018. So it's still like they were saying before, it's going to be next year.
Actually they were saying before.
Potentially.
They're saying fall 2017 is what they're shooting for, but now it's 2018, so it's pretty close. Sounds like early 2018.
And we're paying, what was it, $60 a year for PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. You get a couple of free games each month. They're usually not big name titles or anything like that.
Mid-range to low tier indie
and even you get indie games a lot, especially with the PlayStation when you tend to get a lot more indie games. where the Xbox one you tend to get a lot more of like just those like low tier,
very old AAA games,
exactly,
like from launch.
And that's for $60 a month. This we're literally looking at $20.
$20 a year.
A year.
Oh, sorry. I heard him say $60 a month. It's $60 a year.
Oh, sorry.
I know he knew that. It's just
$60 a year, man. $60 a month. I'd be nope. See ya. $20 a year. That's highly manageable. $10 every 6 months essentially, and you can even get different plans. 1 month is $4. 3 months is $8 instead of like the $17 you got to pay the other guys.
That's 60 cents a month, something like that. It's a little more than that. It's a little more than $1 a month.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's great. I like that.
And what you get with that is online play, which is like a lot of the reason a lot of people are going to buy this.
And which is what you already technically
play Mario
get
Kart,
now.
play Splatoon, play ARMS, whatever other third-party
Skyrim Online. I wish they had that.
Elder Scrolls Online could happen.
I would actually enjoy that on the Switch. That would be awesome.
Depends. I think that Bethesda was trying to gauge how many people buy Skyrim on Switch, so we'll see.
So if I have to buy like every copy of Skyrim known to man just to get that game, we'll do it. With the money I don't have.
Okay. But yeah, so it's not just online play. So if we have a little chart here. We got some eShop deals, so like the PlayStation Plus discounts, Xbox deals with gold, basically that kind of stuff. Online lobby and voice chat app, which is coming to smartphones when this launches.
Which we'll talk about a little bit.
We'll have a little bit in a second. And the classic game selection.
So games like we've seen before, like with the Wii U and the Nintendo Wii, they have those games like Super Mario Bros. Where it was 3.
The Virtual Console.
Probably Super Mario World. Yeah, all those old Virtual Console games. They still haven't sort of exactly explained exactly how they're going to do that yet.
Yeah. They even say the product name is subject to change right next to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the ones that they've said so far, download compilation of classic titles, added online play, such as Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, Dr. Mario. What I'm hoping is that they will do, because it says a compilation of classic titles with added online play. I'm hoping they get games like Mario Bros. 3, where it's 2-player games, and you can have like one person's Mario, one person's Luigi, but just in different cities. So you're still playing Mario Bros. 3, a game that never had online connectivity.
Oh, so
with
like
one person somewhere,
2 people like playing at the same time,
but on a different location. Yeah, so if we could get those,
that would take a lot. That would take a little more coding than I think Nintendo's willing to do for classic game selection.
How hard can it be?
I don't know. They already added online. That's a lot to ask for. That's like the guy that asked for Melee HD to be in the classic game selection. Somebody literally asked for Melee HD to be.
Well, let's keep in mind that Melee on the GameCube is still like one of the most like biggest cult classic Nintendo games ever. Still highly played, still highly expensive. It cost almost the same as it was new, and this dude wanted it for free. In the classic game selection.
It costs $20 a year. It probably costs that much.
He probably wanted to build an online thing too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Melee HD with a. That's not gonna happen. If anyone wants Melee HD and classic game selection, it's not gonna happen. Maybe on Virtual Console, not on this.
So I'm actually super excited to see how that works because
those
are big title games. Those are games that people love. People love Balloon Fight. People love Super Mario Bros.
They're not modern, but they're classics.
And I think that if they do add things like online, it'll give people more of a reason to continue to buy these games. Because some people, like myself, I've bought a couple of the games on the Wii, the Wii U, now to be the Switch. That'd be like the 3rd time I've paid for the same game on just an eShop thing. And
Reggie actually said that they might have a transfer option to be able to transfer based on Nintendo linking. So we'll see more about that later.
That would be cool. I would like that because just me personally, when you spend $5-10 on a game that came out 20 years ago.
Well, don't you want it to? With the Wii to the Wii U, they had that feature where you could upgrade for like $1.
Move all your stuff over. Yeah, exactly.
So
I want Majora's Mask on this thing.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh, if I get Majora's Mask with that beautiful Pro Controller.
Please announce Virtual Console to be free Nintendo. They actually said this is different from Virtual Console. So
I know.
This is not the same thing.
This is just something that's built into our online subscription. Name is still pending. It can change anytime. That sort of thing. But the one thing that's not going to change that we know of, $20 a year online services, that undermines both their, not competitors, but their technical competitors, the only other hardware consoles, by they cut it by 66%. So that's great.
So just a little summary for if you don't subscribe to Switch Online, you'll still have access to eShop, you'll still be able to register friends, you'll still be able to share screenshots and internal controls.
But you will not have access to the classic game selection, which can change. you will not get special deals, and you will not be able to play games such as Mario Kart online with anyone.
Or chat with your friends about that.
Speaking of chatting with your friends,
there was actually we've heard a lot about the chat with your friends thing from Nintendo using the smartphone application. There's been a lot of they haven't really clarified anything about that, but if this Hori headset that was announced I think in Japan, this Hori Splatoon themed headset was announced in Japan.
Spokane.
I wish it was announced in Spokane. That'd be cool. But they announced this, and basically it looks like what one of the options could be for what Nintendo was talking about, which is
adapters galore.
Oh yeah, we're Apple fans will love this. So basically,
you guys asked for this, thank you, and you guys petitioned pretty much for this. You fought Android users long and hard for this.
So yeah,
you get the adapters.
So yeah, we got a little diagram here. Basically, there's the headset, and then it plugs into this little Splatoon themed arrow thing, so it looks like it's going into the headset. It's
just like a random conversion box.
Yep, and the two inputs to that are the smartphone for talking with your friends. I guess that's an input and output. And then the input from your Switch.
So you literally have headphones. I don't know if that's in the shot. Who knows? I don't know what our field is.
Shot.
Headphones. Cable goes from headphones to your box. Your box then has to go to your phone and to the console.
Yep.
So you just got and get this. If you've got an iPhone.
Oh yeah, you have to use
without a headphone jack. Not only can you not either power your phone and do that at the same time, so you just have to hope you never have to charge your phone. You'll have to get also get that adapter to allow you to use your headphone jack and your charging port at the same time. Have a separate charging cable going to the wall and then the headphone. So it's gonna be a process. I don't know how much I'm gonna like that. It's just gonna be interesting to see how that works. If the app's fantastic, I would love it.
I'm sure the app is gonna be good. It's just it'd be so much nicer to be able to. I mean, like Xbox, they've been doing that for over a decade. So I don't know.
Although all we gotta be thankful for is the fact that we even have an online service that doesn't suck on this Nintendo console.
I guess.
So I mean, the fact that we can even do that in 2017 is astronomical to me.
Nintendo online service.
Do you guys not remember Mario Kart on the Wii? Do you guys not remember trying to play that game?
Oh gosh. And Smash Bros on Wii U is pretty rough too.
Yeah, like this is the first online service that I'm actually willing to pay for. Man, if they made us pay for the Wii service, rough. So I'm super
excited. 24.
Yeah, that'd be
Nintendo
bad.
Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah,
shut down.
Not good. So I mean, that's worth it to me to pay the $20. You're gonna probably pay it. I'll be paying it.
I will be paying for it mainly for Mario Kart and Splatoon.
Yeah, and I hope that the app does a lot more than just I'm assuming.
And the classic game selection, honestly, that seems kind of worth it to me.
Yeah, no, I think Nintendo Switch is making good moves. This is an interesting one. We'll see how it pans out as they get more and more. This is obviously just that one idea of what's going to be going on, but it's going to be interesting. But yeah, as of right now, it just looks like a jumbled mess that.
Oh, for the voice chat.
That we might
consider this. So again, for iPhone users, if you really, really wanted to charge it while you're talking on the headset on the Switch, what you could do is you have one cable for the headset, one cable for the Switch, and then you have the phone adapter, which can split into 2 lightning ports, so that's 3. And then you use one lightning to connect your phone to the wall, that's 4. You use an adapter, lightning to aux adapter, that's 5. And then you use the cable from the aux adapter to the thing. That's 6 cables! You can do it with 6 cables.
But you can chat with your friends, which you've been able to do on the Xbox and PlayStation, with one cable for like literally a decade now.
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
It's a mess, but at least there's something.
I'm just excited to be able to do it. So I'll be getting that. We'll be testing that out, seeing how that works. But I'm excited to see how that works. But it's a short episode. There's not really much out there besides that.
You gotta hold out.
Didn't even appreciate the Skittles.
I gotta talk, man.
Talk after you eat the Skittle break.
But I gotta address the fans.
Skittle break.
I got only the regular ones.
Good. More from me. Nice. You got a lot more than I thought you would. This is fantastic. So, for all of you viewers who who did like the video, give us a like. Click like on the video, please. If you did not like the video, you just really truly didn't like the video, I've been watching you, Ricardo, I guess you can press the thumbs down button, leave a little constructive criticism for us, and we'll see what we can do to address that. Which will be good for us in the long run. Speaking of liking our videos, go check out that salsa video. Let's get 100 likes on that bad boy, because if we get 100 likes on that sucker, Miles, the guy that made it one further than I did in the video, but clearly still lost, that guy will drink that salsa, blend it up.
He'll blend
it up and drink it.
On camera.
On the camera, just for the viewers here at Death Mountain Productions.
It's a stretch, but you guys can do it.
Let's get 100 likes on the actual YouTube video, so definitely do that. Another way you can see, keep caught up on all of our videos.
That notification bell.
So if you click that sucker, you will definitely be a part of our highly coveted Death Mountain notification squad.
Yep.
But, yeah.
And, that's to close out. We basically haven't had much news, but just hold out a little bit. E3's just around the corner.
It's gonna be awesome.
Check the calendar really quick. It starts next weekend. The podcast will be out before it starts, sadly, but I'll try to get. At least I will try to get some coverage as the event goes on.
We'll get some random drops lately too.
Yeah,
so I'll see some more of those.
So hopefully we can provide some good E3 coverage. Hopefully it won't be dead next week because we're gonna have to have one more gaming news drought. But we're almost there. We're almost to the big week, guys.
So stay tuned. Check out all our videos. Make sure we get that like on that salsa video, and stay tuned for when we break Ricardo's pizza eating competition.
Oh yeah.
And that's coming soon to Death Mountain Productions on the Death Mountain Eats subcategory, or cooks, or whatever you want to call it. Challenges. I don't even know what it's called, and we work here. So you stay classy, Spokane.
Classy.
And you enjoy this video.
Peace out.